I think the Hornets are getting scary, but the reason why I mentioned the Lamelo thing is because I think that he's being underrated. He is finally in a system that's conducive to his play style, because in previous years in Charlotte, we would see him average 25, 26, 27 points per game. Really bad shot selection. But what LaMelo Ball is he's a true point guard. LaMelo Ball is a facilitator first. That is the bread and butter of his game. You look at the last 32 games for the Hornets and who scored the most points. Brandon Miller's at 22 points per game. And I think Miller's ascension and him just finally being healthy has been a huge reason for them having this success. I think Brandon Miller is a star. Kon Knueppel is at 19. Then LaMelo is at 19 points per game. He has the ball 42.7% of the time this year. That's third in the NBA. When you look at his impact, offensive rating width is 126.1. The Hornets' offensive rating without him is 110. That is a plus 16 on offense. The Hornets are 16 points better per 100 possessions when LaMelo Ball is on the floor. Kon Knueppel's offensive impact is plus 6. Brandon Miller is like plus 4, plus 5. LaMelo Ball is not a
elite passer.
It's not a wonder as to why the Hornets have been good over the last 32 games. LaMelo Ball has been healthy, and his impact, along with Miller and Knueppel and players that players that complement LaMelo. Now he's able to play a brand of basketball that is more true to him, which is a facilitator first. He's still going to score. He still takes his shots. He can heat up very quickly. He can be the scorer, but what he really is a playmaking engine. What was captivating about him his rookie year was the dazzling passes that he would make. Like, I think him reaching his fullest potential is similar to like a Halliburton with the Pacers, where he's running the show. He doesn't necessarily have to be the leading scorer of the team, but he's the facilitator and the engine of the offense, and that's what he is for the Hornets. And when you look at the impact this year, and the impact was similar last year, he has superstar impact. Like, that's just by the numbers. That's what LaMelo's doing.
I think that something that can take him even over a Halliburton is, I think he has the ability to be the leading scorer. He just has to be more efficient, at the rim, in the mid range. He takes a shit ton of threes. If he can just get that touch a little bit better, if he can get maybe a little bit more strength, that can take him over the top. As a passer, he's always been amazing and gifted in that part. You have that 6'7" frame. You're able to see over multiple defenders, guys who are typically guarding you. And then, he's such a wizard with the basketball. His ball handling is electric. It's just that next level of just being a little bit better with his touch, being a little bit better at the rim, being a little bit better in the float game. I think if he can get that. Yeah, I think if he can
he just crashed his car recently.
Yeah, listen, life happens. The cars he drives.
You know that,
nuts.
like in the Charlotte area, like it's a known thing that he's a reckless driver.
Have you seen the cars he gets?
Yeah.
It's obvious. That's
he has videos of him just like running red lights.
He's hilarious. But yeah, no, I'm with you. Like the metrics are there, the impact is there. Watching him, you see it. That Diabaté.
Mm-hmm.
He's been awesome for them at
That's
the 5.
That's the second best starting 5 in the league.
Yeah, they've been incredible. Even Miles Bridges in there, he's been giving them a slight spark. And then you have guys like Grant Williams, who plays a role for them just as a role player. Ryan Kalbrenner has been good for them. It's a good team. How scary are they going to be? I don't know, but it's been fun to watch. They're going to be a playoff team. I'm excited to see it.
It's hard to talk about the Hornets because I've loved them and believed in them for so long, and then the 1 year I get worried about health is the year that they finally put it all together and
gave up too early, man.
I was there for years, man. But you know what? It's one of those where I'm happy. I'm happy this is all happening.
It's like your Pacers thing.
Well, they have a real ceiling. Like, I think that this isn't one of those teams that they're winning a lot and you feel like they're kind of capped off
what's their ceiling?
A first round exit.
I'll actually, because look, they're going to probably be a 7 or 8.
This year.
So they'll play us or y'all.
This year.
Or y'all.
They're a first round exit.
Yeah, this year I think they are a first round exit.
Okay.
Moving forward with this core, building off of it, I think they can really compete.
What do you bring in? Because you're not going to get a lottery pick.
Need a big.
Yeah.
Another big.
Well, Diabate's been like
no, for sure. But like a big that can also space the floor.
I think
like
the playoffs will
can't
help you.
Space
The
floor.
playoffs will help you scale out what you need.
Correct.
You know who I think is
they need a better 4. I'll be honest.
The dynasty starts without you is
Miles Bridges.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest.
And he has the money where you can move him.
Been saying that, honestly.
Yeah, we should have been got him out the league.
I mean,
but
listen,
that's
I was
neither
asking for
here nor
Giannis to Charlotte because I saw it was special.
But
obviously,
Hornets
jokes
with
aside,
Giannis, imagine.
would be fucking amazing. I'm not even joking.
You got to get the criminal out of there.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Nevertheless,
Dynasty starts without you.
It always starts without the
there's a
criminal.
lot of validation that goes with seeing LaMelo Ball having and leading such an efficient offense. No. It was really beautiful to hear him say all these glowing things about LaMelo.
Never forget, Drew.
Trust me, I don't. And again, like I said, it's very validating to see him going crazy and the Hornets being so efficient as an offense. You mentioned all the things that they've led over these last few games that they've played, but on the season, they are 4th in offensive rating. Like, they have just been so consistently great for such an extended period of time that it is allowing you to believe this can be a playoff team. This can be a team that is a bit of a tough out for one of those top 2 teams come playoff time in that first round. Because offense, especially when you get out and you play with such pace, look at Indiana last year. They were able to just go ahead and beat you in transition and just get out and kill you with speed. And the way that LaMelo plays, he's just so smart and so meticulous with the way that he facilitates the offense. If these guys are going to continue to knock down threes, like, their field goal percentage isn't great, but their 3-point percentage is great. Like, Brandon Miller is shooting almost 38% from 3 on almost 8-9 attempts a game from 3. LaMelo, same thing, 37% on 9 threes a game. Kon Knueppel, efficient in both facets, to be honest with you. He's just having such a great season. Moving on from Sexton kind of shocked me because he was playing really well from them.
He's not a better player.
And Kobe White agree, but he hasn't been that for them recently. And I know he's coming back from not playing games, but he's got to get comfortable in their offense too. It's a fun team that's just been so consistently great, and they're also taking in that Missoula mindset, and they're a team that's shooting an exuberant amount of threes, and it's resulting in some of the most efficient basketball that we have in the game. So shout out to Charlotte for starting to transition to the modern basketball, because they do have modern players and they do have athleticism on this team and they do have great space and great shooting. That it's just been a perfect storm together, hitting all at once. And health has always been what has held back the Hornets and their ascension, and seeing them all be healthy at the same time and contribute at a high level, it is validating for me as a guy who always believed, but I stopped and here they are. So you know what? Sometimes you got to let them go to see them thrive.
Yeah, listen, sometimes, you got to take an L to get a W. You know what I mean? No one's going to sit here and be like, you're not a Hornets guy. I think you're still a Hornets guy, even though
It hurts me as a man.
Did you're not on the 15th, though, did you?
I did have him last.
Okay, fuck. Maybe 1 year break.
15th was fake nuts.
He had him below the Nets.
Yeah.
That was,
I ain't gonna lie, 1 year ban.
I try to talk you out of it, man.
we did try to talk you out of it.
1 year ban.
Fuck. If you had him 13th, I'd have been like, listen.
I told you there's no way unless they're injured for the season.
Nah, worse than the
last.
They
Nets was
always are
crazy.
injured. They're always injured. They literally
1 year
always
ban.
injured. No.
1 year ban.
I can't.
This year,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm fried.
Well, next year might be the better year.
I am fried.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, I think that's the.
They're going crazy right now, though.
We talked about them. I mean, being
LaMelo
like
is
the
just.
Giannis
I'll
team.
never fade him.
Yeah.
But
I love him.
I don't know. I think obviously the biggest question for them is always going to be health, and you can say that about a lot of players and a lot of teams. But when you have LaMelo and Brandon Miller being 2 out of your 3 core franchise players, I think it's valid to have those concerns going forward. But when they're healthy, they're showing right now that we could be a top 10 offense in basketball. Defense, they still lack some, but they're not a team that we were expecting to make any sort of playoff jump. So it's fine that they still have a weakness. Zion James, I think, has been one of their bright points, at least as a perimeter defender. They have all these shooters and all this offense. He's someone that fits in nicely just as a bit of a change of pace. Not this guy that needs the ball, who's going to get the ball a lot on offense, but he at least brings some athleticism and strength. It's like a 6'5" guard that they could throw out there. But yeah, I think, it's going to be a tough first round for whoever they face, just because they do put so much pressure on you, just because they do get out in transition, because they shoot a ton of threes. LaMelo's also been able to, lower his turnovers. He's down to under 3 per game. It's his best since his rookie season. The efficiency has bounced back from last season, where, of course, he was banged up some.
Out the first?
I think they have a very slim chance.
Give it
Like,
a percentage.
Polymarket's going to give them like a 8% chance.
They have a real chance because of 3-point variance. If they have a scorching hot shooting
What
series,
percentage you giving them?
they could make it out the first round.
So
Against who?
Cavs, Boston, Knicks.
Don't think they'll
Detroit.
pay the Cavs. I think it'll be a 7-8.
Well, Cavs still get the 2.
True.
Well, if they finish with the 7th seed, let's say
They're not playing Detroit, because Detroit's probably gonna get 1. So it's Boston, New York, and Cleveland.
they also have to win the play.
That's fair. So maybe they could play Detroit.
I find it hard to believe they'll beat any one of those teams, but I also found it hard to believe the Heat would beat the Bucks in the first round when they were the 8th seed.
You're not wrong.
And they had a scorching hot series.
Again,
with
it's a tough out.
You have to assume somebody's going Jimmy.
I do think
Yeah.
it's a good series because, again, this offense has been way too efficient for
Definitely
so
a good
long.
5.
but they haven't made the playoffs in a decade. I mean, that's a.
But it's
Al
also
Jefferson-led
guys
team.
like Miami had obviously Spo, and you have obviously they got super hot and they were just shooting the piss out of the ball. But they also had Spo and Butler and Bam and guys that had been there before. This team is like LaMelo's got playing experience, but I mean it's Kon's first time, it's Brandon's first time, Diabate, like all of these guys. Charles Lee as a head coach, obviously assisting with Boston, but it's all these guys first times there, and all of a sudden you're going up against Cleveland with Don Mitchell and Harden, or Boston,
Definitely
with the Jays maybe.
Yeah,
Charlotte's tough,
it's just not often where you have a team that makes the playoffs as a 7th, 8th seed that have like a half a season stretch of being the number 1 offense in basketball.
Yeah.
Like that
It's
usually
exciting.
just does not happen.
Yeah.
So that's why like any team they play, it's like, oh damn, we're gonna play them because
They're not going to be excited to play. You're
out
not
of-
going to want to.
like I don't want to play
me
Charlotte.
Orlando,
I'd
please.
rather play Orlando. I'd rather play Atlanta or Miami, Philly, depending
I'd rather
on
play
their
Charlotte
health.
than Philly.
Depending on their health.
If they're healthy, if Philly's healthy, I'd rather play Charlotte.
Yeah, Philly. I don't know, man. Like I'm really not that sold on
Maxey
Philly.
and Bede
Yeah,
in a playoff
that's
setting?
crazy. I'd still probably take like Philly's a more dangerous matchup, but the Hornets out of like all of those like playing bracket teams, that's like the one team I don't want to see at all.
No, they're scary because they could get hot too. Lamelo, Kon, obviously we know what they got offensively. It's just
This
defensively,
conversation
I
makes me
think they're
sad.
going to be able to get
Last
picked
time we
apart.
played them, our guys got suspended. We beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, you still need to get stops in the playoffs, and I don't trust them to get stops.
It's all about stops. All about that having that POA. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about having just demons. A lot of teams got fake demons.
Do they have demons?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
I mean,
They
Brandon
have
Miller's a
potential
demon.
demons.
There we go.
Potential demons.
Potential demon. Potential
They
demon.
have 3 potential demons.
B.
Who?
Miller.
The big 3.
Big 3.
No, they're
Melo,
demons.
Kon, and
Potential.
B-Mel.
LaMelo's a demon.
Potential.
What's potential about him? He's been an all-star multiple
I don't
times.
think
Potential
we're
playoff
talking about,
demon?
yeah, we're talking about playoffs.
Oh,
Yeah, you know he has the worst plus
no.
minus in playing history.
Oh, so now playing matters.
Yeah,
Now pick a side because
they're-
Zion had 40 against AD and you don't give a
doesn't
fuck.
matter.
Yeah.
Off the top of your
Almost
head,
said some harsh shit.
off the top of your head, if there's one Hornets player / Bobcats player you'd add to this roster, who'd it be?
Amika Okafor.
Al
Mecca
Jefferson.
Okafor?
I'm
Al
gonna go Okafor.
Jefferson, yeah.
I'll go with Jared Wallace.
You said,
Okay,
okay, well, you said
good
defense at the
name.
5.
Yeah.
Oh my bad. I'm just saying like any
Gerald
player.
Wallace is a good one.
It don't have to be like
so yeah, probably
Jared Wallace
Jared,
was pretty perfect. Al
Emeka?
Jefferson also would be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those two, I guess, defensive minded. Emeka Okafor hold down the 5.
Mm-hmm.
he has a great nickname, bro. Crash.
That's his nickname.
That's
I
Gerald
actually
Wallace.
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
Crash. He
That's
just
hard.
was all over the
Jared
floor.
Wallace his jump shot was so terribly broke.
But he led them to the playoffs in 2009. They had like the number 1 defense in the
Yeah,
NBA.
no, he's a demon on defense for sure.
He fell off quick when he went to Portland, then Brooklyn. He
yeah,
fell
it
off
was
crazy.
unfortunate. It was, he got dunked on by Kobe. I think
Shit
Kobe
happens
dunked on
when you
like
go to
3 of them.
Brooklyn.
I'm not gonna lie, I used the fuck out of Gerald Wallace in 2K in
yeah.
Brooklyn.
Them jerseys was sex back in the day. Oh my god.
They just messed up, man. The design of the Nets is just terrible, dude.
Black and white.
Bring them back to Jersey. Like,
Fucking-
come on.
It's gross.
It is disgusting.
I'm not gonna lie, they're never moving from Barclays.
Yeah.
Now Barclays is too lit. I mean, Barclays was a big investment. And they got a
what's
great
Michael
arena.
Porter gonna do? Like, what's he gonna? He's living in Brooklyn, living the high life. Gotta go to Jersey.
Go to Charlotte.
And Barclays is friendly, bro. His team is it's like I think it's fan friendly, which
What-
is something I admire about
What
them.
Boston player would you bring back?
To this team?
Yeah.
Oh, KG.
I mean, it's just such an easy
Bill,
answer.
Kevin,
Yeah.
Bill Russell back.
In recent memory,
Me?
Yeah, and then please don't say anybody
Shaq.
from 19.
I'm not allowed to say Shaquille O'Neal.
No,
like-
you're actually not. You just got here.
me?
Yeah.
Or Anthony Davis? Fucking duh.
New York.
Kobe. Oh, me for the Knicks.
Why'd you say Kobe?
Oh, for the Lakers.
Yeah, he wasn't really there for that.
Lord knows I wasn't.
Yeah, New York.
For the Knicks.
This one's pretty interesting because you don't really have. Melo would be weird.
It wouldn't be
would
Melo.
weird. Patrick Ewing.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Tyson
2020
Chandler?
Dwight.
Yeah.
2020 Dwight. 2020
Like,
Dwight.
just playoff Dwight.
2020 Dwight.
Okay.
Bring me 2020 Dwight because he actually put Jokic in hell.
Okay.
It's weird because bringing Patrick Ewing back to the Knicks, defense
Brother.
in
Come
5, but then Melo's the true secondary scorer. But then Cat, Melo, and Brunson.
Nuts.
I
Melo.
don't know.
Why is it
Cat really gotta get that
pre-injury
ball.
Amon Shumpert?
Another fucking wing defender.
I remember when he
guard
tore his
defender.
ACL. That shit was,
She
the
was
worst day of my
heartbreaking.
life.
Yeah.
Guarding
Heartbreaking.
Dwayne Wade. I hate the Heat still.
Respect that.
Who would you
Yeah.
bring for Detroit?
Chauncey Billups.
Okay. Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
pre-injury Amon Shumpert, I was
If I go
delusional.
back to Golden State though,
He was
really
good.
Roots.
Yeah, he ran point
I love
guard
that.
for the Knicks, and he had
Yeah.
stretches where he looked like he was going to be a
I love that.
franchise
Cleveland.
player.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's why I only asked about Detroit, man. Because that's the only team we talk about.
Iman Shumpert is
Yeah.
low key the perfect role player. Like at his
Yeah.
best,
Oh yeah.
could shoot somewhat,
Defend.
could defend at a very high level.
I knew I was giving you a good opinion there.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. I really like Iman Shumpert a lot. He was awesome. Man.
Tyson Chandler.
Jeremy Lin.
Tyson Chandler's
That's
been
what I said.
But you already kind of have baby Tyson Chandler and Mitchell.
Tyson's like so much better.
Of course.
Yeah, better defender.
He could actually play 28 minutes.
That too.
Yeah.
He's probably a better free throw shooter.
Put Cat at
Probably not a good
4
free throw
now.
shooter,
Now you're
definitely a
really.
better one.
We just thought about a short form content idea right here.
That's a good one.
That's going to be used later.
Yeah.
We'll see if it bangs. Tune into our YouTube shorts and our TikTok and see what you guys think.